that are more like mental based, whereas Frank really does do well in those also. And the freaking like, let's shimmy a ball up a wall. I mean, like, he can do that too. Like, this guy can win competitions when he needs to. That's super dangerous in the house.
How about socially? Who do you think has a better game? Shane or Frank?
Socially, I think that Shane has a way better game than Frank does. Yeah, Frank is really loud and boisterous, and he does like a lot of like, he's kind of like, he's like full of himself, and he talks a lot about how good he is at the game and how he could win the game in the final two with a 7-0 vote, and he read all these books on manipulation and da-da-da. Like, he talks about his game so much. Shane never does that. Like, Shane doesn't throw like stuff down your throat how good he is at the game. That comes across obviously a lot better, and he's not like as boisterous and as loud, and like he doesn't like go around peacocking all the time like
well, obviously you have a little favoritism towards Shane because he was your player, which brings the next question.
I like always see both sides.
Well, Philip wants to know, Brittany, how do you think you'd grade yourself as a coach?
Grade myself as a coach? I mean, I had a freaking rough go as a coach. I don't know if you remember this guy Willie.
Who's that?
Yeah. So I was down to one player within 6 days of losing JoJo. It was like the second Willie left, then 6 days later JoJo left. I was down to one player, and so I really had to try to work that and do as best I could to get Shane in as good as a position as possible, obviously up until the reset. If I had to grade myself, that's so awkward. I don't know.
Give me a grade.
C?
C?
Passing. I passed.
Give a C plus.
I passed
B
because
minus.
I made it to the reset. So I passed, but I did lose 2 players along the way. One of them, sheer pandemonium meltdown. The other...
Well, there's only one coach left in the house, so you did better than a C.
All right, B plus.
There you go. See? Think positive.
This is self-esteem.
When you said Willie, doesn't that seem like a different season?
It's so long ago.
I mean, so much has happened and it gets so crazy.
But it was so... the scene will be forever in my mind.
There are some definitely great moments of all time that happened in this season.
And then we had Joe retelling it every day since then.
And it changed. So now you don't even know what the real story is.
Now it's like he grew horns and a tail. He had a pitchfork. He had fire coming out of his ears. It's great.
I can't wait to hear Joe's story, how it went down at the end.
Oh, you got it.
It's going to be mythological.
Please, can I be there?
Okay.
I have to.
You would co-host.
I feel like he's like my little like party trick. Joe is, and I want to just like bring him around and show my party trick off.
You better have a soundproof box on there.
Exactly. Bring some earplugs.
Speaking of your protege Shane. I wanted to ask you a little bit about.
Is he my protege?
I guess so. You're a coach, isn't it? Right. Isn't that the proper term that falls in line?
Let's take it.
Let's take it. Well, maybe you don't want to take it after this.
Team captain.
What do you think about his style? Like. How he, what I'm trying to get at is, what do you think about those puka beads that he wears?
Are you talking about the shell necklace?
Yes, I am.
I hadn't seen one of those since at least the 9th grade, and I was like,
were you on spring break?
I mean, like, is that so? Like, did you just walk into Hollister or something? Like,
yes.
The shell necklace. I know. Could you have died?
Well, I couldn't even pay attention.
And those stark white K-Swissers.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. The first couple house cats didn't even know what they were. Like, they're like, what are you talking about? What? And I was like, what is going on? So it came like a theme I had to ask everybody about it. So I had to ask at least the coach what was going on with the puka beads.
Full-blown, I would say, we're going to go, 2002? He's full-blown 2002 mode. Cargo shorts, shell necklace, spritz on a couple Abercrombie sprays.
He does not wear Abercrombie.
It's something.
Because that would be like classic.
Maybe
if you wore
Curve.
I don't know. We could go all day with it. But I heard also about those shoes. I didn't notice the shoes. Now I'm looking for the shoes in the episode. I'm kind of
stark white. You're going to die. I can't wait.
I did. I took a peek.
Can someone tweet a pic? Stark white.
If someone's got a pic of the puka beads still on with the shoes, please. I feel so bad because Shane's such a nice guy. But I ask every day. But it's just, where did you get those? It's like me wearing a hypercolor shirt. You know what I mean? Like people are going to ask questions.
I mean, it's like, where's his Jinkos? Like, let's just bring this thing full circle.
Let's go. Let's go with it. You might have started a revolution. People might be out there right now and be like, I love that guy from Big Better. Check these out.
Check these beads. I got to get my husband some of those.
All right, let's get back on track here. Tanya wants to know, who do you think burned the worst? Who? Who do you think burned the worst? The Brigade or the Quack Pack?
Who do you think burned the worst?
Well, burned you worse.
Oh. Burned me worse? I would say the Brigade was way worse. It just felt so much more personal for some reason. Like, because I always knew that Dan was like this game genius and like this mastermind. And so when I saw that he had been up to his antics, it wasn't really like that surprising. Whereas with the Brigade, I was like truly shocked. So I knew Dan wasn't wanting to roll upstairs and talk to Frank about the Bible. Like, I wasn't buying that. So like there were like clues along the way, if you will. So I was definitely much more like thrown off by the Brigade than this whole like
really?
Dan
so you weren't shocked when Jen used the veto? Were you shocked?
I was shocked.
Did you have any inclination that it was coming?
Like social cues. Like I definitely thought that something was like awry.
So like
I thought that something was going on maybe, but I thought if anything she would use it on Danielle.
So the whole funeral, and then Dan wanting to talk to Frank about the funeral.
I mean, you have to understand. It was like it was just such a bizarre turn of events. Like he comes out of the freaking confinement and he's like a zombie. Like he's like ghastly pale, tripping all over the place. I mean, like we thought that Dan might have been brain dead when he walked out of the solitary confinement, and then we rolled right from him recovering from that trauma into the funeral. So I thought maybe Dan's just still acting weird, like maybe he's still.
And you thought that was a sign of something to come?
Yeah, I'm just like, there's something so weird about this whole situation. And so and then he blasts out Danielle, and she's hyperventilating, and like Dan is still acting weird, and it was just so bizarre. It was like freaking being in another universe. Like it was just weird.
So you think the Brigade was still worse than that blindside?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I mean, because
still sticking on.
Dan was just so capable of anything. Like, there's nothing I would put past that guy. I mean, he's capable of anything, and I've known that. And I've known that he's super dangerous, and I've always been like, he's got to be the first to go.
So were you telling people that in the house?
For that reason. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I told Danielle that right before I left. I'm like, you got to get this. This guy has to go, because he will freaking mind trick and mist people to the final two. Like, he's got to go. There's nothing he's not capable of.
The force is strong with that one.
The force is strong. Whereas, like, with the Brigade, I didn't necessarily think that it was like this whole like masterminding thing. So it is what it is.
They wrote, I have to take a question from here, and they wrote "burned you" in like capital letters because I don't read so good. I was like, burned.
Who? You were burnt?
When did you get burned? I mean, I try to watch as much as I can, but I didn't see that episode.
What happened? Was it the fire pit?
Tell me a Jill story of how you got burnt. No, let's not go there.
Let's not do it.
Okay, Jill B wants to know, are you still close with Lane or any of the people from the Brigade?
Yeah, I mean, I still talk to Hayden, Lane, Enzo, Matt. I mean, Matt, maybe Brigadesman, maybe not. And then I also talk to Reagan. I mean, I keep in contact with a lot of people from season 12.
Could you refer to him as the Meow Meow?
The Meow Meow. Let me give him his due respects.
Yeah.
The Meow Meow. Yes, we still keep in contact.
Well, that's nice.
At least a Merry Christmas text.
And I want to apologize to Brittany on camera. I don't even know if anyone saw, but I kept calling you the wrong name when I hosted that competition.
That's okay, though.
I was like, I don't know what I was doing.
You had, like, freaking bowling balls getting thrown at your face. Like, you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I don't hold it against you.
Well, thank you.
I'm very forgiving.
Michelle, Brittany, I love you. You're my favorite house guest.
Thanks.
By far.
Thanks.
Who would you like to see make it to the end, Brittany?
You know, I would like to see Danielle or Ann make it to the end, and I think they stand obviously a really, really good shot of either one of those two being in one of the final chairs. And then here's my theory on Dan making it to the end. It's sort
Sit back. Let's think about it.
Let's really analyze this, okay? So when you're in like a sports tournament, you want the team that knocked you out to win, right?
Absolutely. Not a lot of people think like that, though.
But it's true, because then it only reflects better on yourself.
I got knocked out by the best.
I got knocked out by the best.
Right.
So, like, if you're gonna get beat in the baseball tournament, you want that team to take it all the way. So that's sort of how I feel about Dan. Like, it's not that I want the guy to win, because I think that he's like pockets of rainbows, but if I got taken out by Dan and then he wins the game twice, that's like pretty respectable.
Absolutely.
Showing. If freaking one of the floaters ends up winning the game and I got taken out way back ago, then that's embarrassing.
I hear what you're saying there.
So that's kind of my theory on it.
But you're obviously cheering for
Danielle and Ian.
Right.
Yeah.
So You still got a good chance of any of them taking it.
One of 3 of the 7.
Is there someone that you would not like to see win?
There's everybody else.
The rest?
Everybody else.
All right, here, let's see. BB Alley R5.
That's not true. If Shane won, I would be happy for that, too.
Oh, yeah, you forgot about your guy.
No, I didn't forget about him, but I don't think he's been working as hard as those 3.
If he's in the final 2, are you going to wear, if I get you some puka beads, will you wear them to the finals?
Absolutely. I'll wear them like bracelets. Like, I'll go full accessories, and then I'll put on Doc Martens and a freaking belt, and we'll call it a day.
And some nice
and I'm going to spritz
cologne.
on some Curve.
BB Alley wants to know, out of both seasons, which one do you enjoy playing better?
Oh, well, that's not even a question because I don't think I actually played on season 12. That was like summer camp compared to season 14.
You didn't have to... well, okay, go ahead.
Season 14 was so much more like thinking involved and gaming 24 freaking hours a day. So it's like not even a comparison. Season 12, it was like, I look back on season 12 now and I'm like, what did I do? Like, I ate, slept, and chatted and talked trash. And like, that was it.
It was summer camp.
Compared to season 14, which is like freaking like people are killing each other over here, breaking necks over here, freaking clawing over here. Like, season 14 was so much more work.
And plus you know a lot more about the game.
Yeah.
Which is in the back of your mind not great, because at this point, like I was talking a little bit earlier when she just sat down, it's like your mind gets crazy in there, and you eat the game, you sleep the game, you dream about the game.
It's just
you know what I mean?
freaking game all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go anywhere without having a whisper conversation.
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter
and
what.
if someone's doing the same thing in the backyard, even if they're
like,
talking about something.
What was that? What was that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, can I have some toothpaste? Who were you talking to earlier? Like, you always, like, you have to slip in that whisper every single conversation you have.
And people don't know, like, some of the things that you do. I say it every week, but how draining it gets, and some of the things you might do or act a certain way is not you.
No,
you know
totally
what I mean?
Not you. God forbid 2 people go to the storage room at the same time just to make a nice lunch. Not allowed.
It's over.
1 at a time, please.
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on in there.
Exactly. I know exactly. So, no, I mean, not like there was anything, but for my own personal sake, I like to tell everybody that it's like...
You're totally not yourself.
Totally
You're like
not.
a heightened paranoid version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. And you can't even think, like, the outside world is, I mean, you're still kind of coming around. Are you excited to go to jury? You looked excited on the live show yesterday.